killing me. Always asking me, hey, do you want to show your screen and all that? Getting tired of the bullshit, and you cannot turn it off. It's on Android 8 that you can actually turn it off, but I guess this is, one of these bullshit moves where you the clicking game, as always. Anyway, had some vitamin D3 here. Just wanted to show that it's not as dangerous as people are just totally scared away from vitamins. Now these vitamin D 62.5 micrograms. I'm going to take 20 of those. See here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We want one more. Now this is a huge dose compared to what they say. Like, say 62.5 micrograms is equivalent to 1250% of your daily, of your intake thing in regard to that. I don't know in regard to RI or whatever, but it's a huge dose, So I have the vitamins here, right here. Well, not vitamin, well, the vitamin D, yeah, well, some say it's a hormone and all that. Did a lot of research in the past. Now, it's just, I've nearly taken the whole bottle since I began, a week ago or something like that, or maybe 2 weeks. Nah, a week ago, I think. It's winter and all that, and anyway, here we go. Up in the mouth. Well, 20 pieces of this, eh? And just a little, glass of water. And what did you just swallow, anyway. Although, I don't know if it would be the preferred vitamins D that I would usually, because they are made out of some, hopefully that is not halal slaughtered. In regards of anything that is halal slaughtered, they seem to use using some gelatin in it, so didn't really realize that. I just thought in regards of some cold pressed coconut oil. Anyway, so I just taken some vitamin B as well, I'm still trying to find out what there's something in regards of vitamin C that I'm missing. I remember many years trying and hitting the exact point apparently where I just felt amazing. 2 or 3 days I just felt amazing. Took a sip of alcohol and I was just sadly the so-called good old myself. It was a wonderful experience to have so much energy and sleeping so good and awakening up in the morning and just being fired, with energy. It didn't even need to use hours to wake up. You just woke up. You didn't need any coffee, but that's, as far as I can see, that must have been some of the vitamin B's. I'm just not sure which of the vitamin B it is. I tried these different, well together, and they have differences, but I haven't really found anything that really seems to work. I've seen different results, where you get, hot ears and all that. Anyway, vitamin C as well. I've taken already 5 grams of that, but let's just take 5 grams more. Vitamin C, really, if you get too much vitamin C, the only thing that happens really is that you go to the toilet. So, but anyway, let's take 5 grams more. Just to show that it's, those lower doses that people are talking about is, that they think are high and all that are really not that, high, compared to what you really can take without. Of course, there are some vitamins, the B vitamins, where there can be some problems. Interestingly enough, but it's I have really, it was an expensive journey, and I stopped years ago trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out what kind of vitamins I might be needing, and apparently I just hit the right thing. And I remember buying, huge amount of vitamin B this and B that and all that, and just taking a lot of them. I just don't know what the combination was, and I didn't write it down, so that was stupid of me because it was amazing. I felt amazing. And I don't recall ever feeling that good, you know. And and what did I do? I just took a lot of vitamins, you know. But sadly, I haven't been able to hit that. I know I started out taking a lot of, you know, vitamin C to the point where you get to the toilet and all that, because at some point your gut will begin to make noises. When it begins to make noises, if you take any more vitamin C at that point, you will get to the toilet throne and explode. You know, that's just how it is. Anyway, here we have the vitamin C, 5 grams more. I'll cut it down. The thing is, people are so afraid of vitamins, you know, it's like, oh, you know, shouldn't, oh, that's huge amount of doses and all that. I'm just showing that it's, you know, it's, I can't remember how many I took in the past. I think it was 187 pills. I did it twice, you know, when I took a whole glass of vitamin D, 35 micrograms. The only really side effect I got was in regards of my eye beginning to flip, you know, or what do you call it, to, you know, what do you call it, you know, make some kind of, you know, that was the only side effect that I, you know, by taking the large doses. The thing is with vitamin C, oh, sorry, vitamin D, and of course it's the D3, that's the natural form, don't buy the D2. But by the D3, that's the natural form. But the thing is, you know, in the summer you make huge amount of doses of vitamin D in the skin, so that's one thing. Another thing is that, you know, huge, gigantic doses in the skin. But in any case, it's something that, you know, lingers in the body for longer. As far as I know, the vitamin C pretty quickly gets out of the body. It gets used by the body and gets out of the body. So that seems to be something that they suggest that you take like 3 times a day or something like that to keep the vitamin C up. Although you can also get some that, you know, that should be releasing a little over time. So it should have a longer, you know, effect, a little and a little and a little. Although in regards to vitamin C, you know, I don't know in regards to which of the best of the vitamin C's, but it seems to be some problems in regards to the wheat, probably in regards to mycotoxins, in regards to fungal issues. So you want some vitamin C from another source than wheat. So that's another thing to take into. On this one, this is grapefruit, kern extract, and I guess it's hard to see, but that's what it is. And they're like, oh, only 15 drop, you know, 15 times 3 times a day, and you gotta be kidding me. I haven't had any problems with just, you know, doing like this. This is the most powerful of them. It's called the 1240. They have the 800, which actually might be better tasting. It seems like the 1200 is more refined. But anyway, as you can see here, I just, you know, Now, usually I would put it in water, right? But I try to differentiate the taste. I bought 3 bottles of it, and I try to differentiate the taste between them if one tastes better than the others. And I must say the 800, I have 2 1200 and 1 800, and the 1200 I think seems to be the same, but the 800 seems to be more fruity. I guess it's not so you know, it still has some more of the fruity sense to it. Yeah. 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 I think the Cedar, they also have like a 600. I don't know if that's even better in taste. But in regards of, you know, the 1200 is also in regards of, it has the active component, the bioflavonoid. It has 10 milligrams more than the, I think is, if I recall, this has 19.5 and this has 29. So nearly, you know, well, 9.5 milligram more. It has the same of vitamin C, 73 milligrams. So, and I can't remember if that's in regards of 15 drops or the daily dose or whatever. But whatever the case, vitamin C is never a bad thing to get some more vitamin C. There's no sugar in it and so forth. So this is to combat fungal infection, which, you know, have some peppermint as well. Essential oils. I'll just take it directly, but be careful. It's strong if you do it, but I never died. I've done it since my 15 years young or whatever. You should, you know, not all oils should be taken internally in regards of, but you know, you can get into you know, some issues. I do use some cinnamon oil. That's my favorite oil. I usually put it in water and shake, shake, shake. I have a bottle like this. I fill up the bottle. Fill up the bottle, although sometimes only halfway, and then put the essential oils in, and then you know, or just a little water to, you know, when you put the essentials, you know, drops in. Just drop some essential oils in the water from, you know, the cinnamon, the so-called fake cinnamon, because the fake cinnamon is the best cinnamon, you know. Oh, it's so dangerous, they say, you know, liver damage and all that, whatever nonsense that they can tell us. It's the same thing they say in regards of things that is antifungal, in regards of that medical medicine like diflucan and the rest of the remedies. They don't have that many remedies actually in the medical mafia, because they, you know, they actually work with fungus to kill people and get a lot of money. Anyway, so this is just a shaky of essential oils, and actually of cinnamon essential oils, and actually diffuse pretty good in the water. Different oils diffuse differently in the water, you know, some better than others. And when you smell, it smells like cinnamon, you know. And it tastes like cinnamon. Although maybe a little too powerful, but hey, gotta love the taste. So that's one of the things where you can, you know, cinnamon is antifungal. Is actually usually the #1 antifungal remedy on the test that they have. Like if you search on PubMed, you can see essential oils works against fungal infection, and some better than others. And of course you want some of these fungal things that actually is powerful against, you know, fungus. You can fix it into your diet and not eat too much of sugary things. That seems to be the best. Sadly, I didn't know all these things in the past, and it would have been nice. I might have, I will see, but if my body has gotten too much vitamin C, at some point it will, but it's said to be also dependent in regards of, you know, what kind of food, you know, in regards of sugar and vitamin C is said to battle against each other, which means the more sugar you eat with vitamin C, the more vitamin C you need to get the same dose uptake in the body. But really, you know, you will really see when the body, you know, begins to flush out. You know, when the body begins to flush out and you sit on the toilet, you know that you have reached equilibrium. And some say you actually want to reach the equilibrium, because that's where the vitamin C get further into things. It's like pressured into things, some say. But whatever, you know, a little vitamin C absolutely doesn't hurt, because it's antioxidants and we have a lot of oxidations around us. And as I understand it, oxidation is actually the first cause for death, you know. So you have to wonder why no one actually talking about the antioxidants which essential oils are filled with. Of course, you also have to be careful in regards of oxidation of oils as well. But some oils are better to cook with than others. Coconut oil is a good cooking oil. Don't really like the taste. I heard that avocado also has a high point of, but I haven't tried it, and I don't know if it actually is antifungal. You want something that is antifungal, right? But of course, you want also to have some variations, so the fungus can't just, fungus have a way of getting to a point where they just, you know, when you take something, it starts out working, but then it stops working because the fungus has, become in some sense resistance to it. And when I started out with these Solaris vitamin C, but the best vitamin C as far as I know is those liposoma, but they're more expensive. I haven't tried them. You don't have that many resources to really go by. But in any case, in the winter, vitamin D, we can't make any vitamin D in the skin in the winter or pretty much in the spring and the fall. You only have around 3 months in Denmark. That would be the summer period, where you can actually make vitamin D in the summer, where the sun is 50 degrees on the sky, so it needs to be high up to 50 degrees. And then you can begin to make vitamin C, because the UVB, which is the thing that makes the vitamin C in your skin, or it's needed to make the vitamin D in your skin, is first allowed through the whole atmosphere thing and all that when you get to 50 degrees of the sun. But anyway, so, I've taken 4, vitamin B pills, which I'm still trying out here and there. They are pretty much the ones that affect me mostly in usually maybe a negative way if I get too much. But I haven't sorted out which vitamins, I know there must be a combination that just would kick me in. I just don't know which vitamin that really is the one that I'm needing, or maybe a combination of a couple of them that I'm needing. Because these I have 4 different, collections of vitamin B's, but, Combi thing and all that, but they have like different, huge amount of differences in regards to how many. Like this have thiamine, that's B125, right? Micrograms. This one has, the next one has what? 30 micrograms. This one has 100 micrograms. And this one has 28. So 3 of them are nearly the same, but one has like 100, right? Like, so that has a good, good amount more. So if you take 4 of them, you would get 400 instead of 100. So that would be a higher dose. Then you have B2 riboflavin. Here you have 20 milligram, and here you have 25, and here you have 50. And here you have 22. So again, this one seems to be giving it an extra dose. Bioeta complete energy. And also talks about B12 is in regards of being worn out and all that. But I know B12 haven't been the problem as far as I can see, because I've taken a huge amount of doses of vitamin B12. If I recall, that's the vitamin. You can also get these tablets and just suck on them, and I didn't really see much of a difference, sadly. So I don't think it's the niacin either, because the niacin I've tried, that's a flush vitamin. If you get one of the specific versions of it, you will have a huge flush, which I really don't like. Which also seems to can actually. Yeah, that didn't do me good. But anyway, so that would be doesn't seem to be the niacin either, at least not the. It must be like, you have B5, B6, B1, and B2. I would have to try out these different vitamins one by one and buy a huge amount of bottles and just try. I guess the first thing, the best, the problem is that they can also work in, what you call it, in combination with each other, right? And when I just don't have any clue as to you know, if I've written down what I did last time, that would have been wonderful when I first hit the right way, you know. And I was reading on different vitamins. I remember, I'm sure I read something in regards to vitamins against tiredness, and yeah, I'm thinking like maybe a B5 or B6, or maybe I don't know, B1, B2, I don't know. Hmm. But yeah, so if it's just one specific vitamin that I need a huge amount of to get into that state, that would be, of course, wonderful. I do have like this is B5 and B6, and I didn't really seem to see any. But then, of course, you know, there are different kinds of vitamin, and I guess grade of level of. Maybe it's the vitamin B1 and B2. Maybe I should try that. There's some biotin as well. It just seems, you know. But anyway, I don't know. But if it's just one specific vitamin, maybe that the body is just needing a lot of to make everything works in the body. I don't know. Or maybe it's a combination, and that will be then a lot harder to find the combination for that. But I guess I'll just have to try to buy some vitamin B and B2 and see. I could also do some research. I think it was Mayday, the Mayday website, where they had free sources on vitamins. I think that was where I was reading at that specific point. Went to the shop and bought different kinds of vitamins, and then I just hit this wonderful. And again, I started out with vitamin C. You know, that was the first one. Just taking huge doses of vitamin C. Vitamin D, I also took pretty hard, you know, huge doses, because I found out by research that you shouldn't really have a problem taking huge amount of doses. You know, if you have a month's supply of vitamin D, instead of just taking your daily vitamin D, you know, you can pretty much take the whole dose, the whole monthly dose in the beginning of the month, and not worry about it, you know, for the rest, you know, because it takes, like, I think it was half a month to half the dose or something like that. You know, the vitamin D stays in the body for a longer period of time. Although I can't remember all the data on it, but yeah. But yeah, I'm absolutely, you know, there's just so much to look into. You know, you have the fungal thing that also seems to be the fungal infection that actually might be draining on things. So you want to battle that. You don't want to feed the buggers. You want to, you know, put some good nutrients in yourself. Of course, I don't know in regards of, you know, you have the vitamin aspect, but you also have the mineral aspect of things. I just don't know in regards of. But I think the vitamin D might actually make me cough, and that seems to suggest to me that there might actually be some what do you call it, fungal toxins in it. I had the same problem also, you know, well, actually one of my symptoms, you know, when I took that vitamin, became worse, and I thought, okay, this, you know, I'll just ask them. So I asked them in regards to what is this vitamin C made from, because I thought it might actually be from corn. I think it was corn, or I'm not sure if it, yeah, I think it was corn, or maybe it was, I can't remember. But one of these things where I knew that there would, you know, be problems in regards of, and lo and behold, it was as if, you know, it was truly it was made from something that could be an issue. So you need to find a source where you wouldn't have that problem in regards to mycotoxins. So it seems to be the same thing when you eat a diet on a lot of different corns, rice bread, and whatnot. You also get this weird cough. That seems to be, you know, again, in regards of some fungal issues, and you don't want that. So, but yeah, it seems like these vitamin C's that I have from they're probably made from from something that, but anyway, now I have them, and I'll guess I'll need to look into see if I can find a product that actually, but the Lipos, Somals, vitamin C, it says to be the best. Whatever. Anyway, I'll use those that I have now, and we'll go from there. But yeah, if one could just nail the specific things that one needs to keep, healthy and feeling wonderful, it's just kind of nice to feel wonderful and have the energy to do things. When you just feel like drained, totally down all the time, that's just bad, So yeah, but we have we have the vitamin B, then we have the vitamin B3. That's a niacin. That's 100 grams here. Milligrams. That's 204 in the other. But I've taken a huge amount of doses of niacin and didn't really see much of a difference in regards of my 400 in this one. It seems like this one really has like a huge dose of a lot of things. No, wait. No, this, yeah, okay, this is difference between, okay, no. Okay, this also has vitamin C, which is interesting. But, no, so this seems to actually be the one that has the most of the niacin, whereas the one that actually had a lot doesn't have. Then we have the B6 that has 10 gram and microgram in that, and milligram. Sorry, we have the milli and micro. I have to be careful about the milli and micro. Might have made some mistakes in that. Then we have the pant. No, see, vitamin. Yeah, I don't know. I just want something to work in regards to those levels. Anyway, so just wanted to show that taking higher doses of vitamin C doesn't really, in regards to vitamin C, it's, what they recommend, it looks like 2.5 grams of vitamin C. That's really not that much, And of course, it also depends in regards to how big you are and all that, but it's really not that, of 500 milligrams 3 times a day. It's not really that much. If you look at how much your body can actually, use of vitamin C before it actually begins to expel it, then you can really see how much you really can take, And of course, it is said when you have done it for a longer period, it should go down in regards to how much you actually use, because then you have given the body the things that it needs, and then it needs less and less and less. But again, there can also be differences in regards of what kind of food you eat. If you only eat meat where there's no sugar in it, you might need a lot less vitamin C than if you eat things with sugar. So yeah, I think in regards to my little cough, my little, it seems like it might be in regards to the vitamin C that I'm taking. And again, it might be from corn or a source where we have mycotoxins or something like that. So, oh well. But yeah, in regards to the vitamin B are pretty much the ones that are having most difficulty in regards of figuring out. Again, the vitamin D, not a biggie, that's pretty, to the straightforward. Vitamin C, pretty straightforward as well. But the vitamin B, those are less straightforward in regards of the combination and all that. So, oh well. Anyway, I was just looking into some of the things here and there, and I was so when people take like 500 milligrams of vitamin C, it's 3 times a day. It's not a huge, You can also, in regards if you take zinc, you can also feel if you're taking too much zinc. You will feel it. You will feel bad when you take too much zinc. You will have this feeling of feeling not good. So So yeah, that's you can take pretty much one. I take just one vitamin, or sorry, one zinc. But if I take more, I can get into an issue where I just feel bad, and you get the you get the sense of it in some sense. The more you try things out, the more it's like if you eat too much liver, you will, I think it's the vitamin A that's probably the issue, but you will feel that you don't feel so good. It's not like you're going to die, in regards of eating too much liver, but you will feel that you don't really feel totally as you should, and I think that's probably the vitamin A that is in the liver that actually, uh, makes that issue, because the vitamin A in the liver is the one that the body doesn't itself can convert. You can eat as many carrots as you want in regards to vitamin A, because the carrot version of vitamin A is the one that the body can make for itself if it wants vitamin A. So it can convert. I can't remember the whole thing, but you can eat as many carrots as you want, and in regards of it will just change the vitamin, the thing that it needs in regards to the vitamin A, whereas the liver has the vitamin A that is already active, so it's it's already there, and thereby the body can't, you know, uh, it can't just make whatever it needs, because it's just getting, what doses that's incoming, so. Anyway, I can't remember all the details on things, but yeah, it would be nice if we actually had focus on health in this society, so we actually, didn't feel so bad and actually were healthy individuals. But the medical mafia don't want you to be healthy; they want you sick. They want us all sick, because then they can earn a lot of money. It's a disgusting, filthy system. And all this vaccination bullshit, hurting so many people, and we are getting censored on so many levels. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Oh, that's how it is, I guess. Hmm. Anyway. Anything else? No? I don't think so. So, we got some good vitamins in the body, and that's pretty good, and it's 4 o'clock, 4:25. I could use a cup of coffee, sadly. As usual, I have a lot of things to do, and I try to, still trying to get my data over to the other mobile, and the browser apparently don't, the browser tabs don't want to move over, typically. Very annoying. So that's one problem, and I'll have to fix. Apparently my neighbor seems to be sick. Seems like the woman started to get sick, and then the man as well. So they have been coughing a pretty good amount tonight. Well, so I wonder in regards of things to see how far I came with the who is Jesus. Yeah, well, extra biblical evidence for the historicity of Jesus Christ. Let's see here. I don't know what that is. We have why believe Jesus Christ is God, apologetics. I don't know if I need to write apologetics, but
what just happened? Mind blown. How is the Word with God and also God at the same time?
Okay, we have the extra biblical evidence for probably that needs to be before. Then undeniable historical evidence for the existence of Jesus. Actually, that might be better to have above. Jesus in Mohammedanism versus Jesus in Christianity. That will be pretty much in the bottom of things. For proofs of the least trouble from the case for Christ. Not really. We have the whole. Probably I can delete that, but.
The first one is, did Jesus die on the cross? Was he dead? Virtually every scholar on planet Earth can.
Well, I can feel it seems like the vitamin C are working in my gut. I might have taken a little too much vitamin C, but we'll see if I end up on the pot, on the throne. But yeah, that's 10 grams of vitamin C might be a little too much at the moment. In regards of, I had started out taking 5 grams, and I thought that probably is enough for. I've been taking a lot of vitamin C the last week at least. Just downing one glass after another, pretty much. Well, a good amount of glasses, or cans, or whatever. So yeah, it's maybe a little too much. We'll see how I. So let's see here. We have the real Jesus, the case for Christ, the historical Jesus. Tell me the stars of Jesus been here. Is there any evidence for Jesus outside the Bible? This is James Warner Wallace. No, I need to find that other lecture he's also made. That's a wonderful lecture. But then what afterwards? What do I need? What do I want to put? I think we have that. The Protestant Reformation might not be that place. Why is the?
Let me tell you.
That's the Protestant Reformation. That really doesn't belong there. If anything, it belongs to the Protestant history against the Roman Antichrist, I think. So, now we'll check that and see if we can find it and move it. Protestant, let's see here. Cut. Oh my. Oh my. Yep, I can feel it. Ooh, oh my god. I might end up exploding on the toilet. Too much vitamin C. I do wonder if I actually already have that video actually in another place, but let's see, Protestant, let's see here. Let's see, move to. Would have been nice if it actually had a place where I could, instead of, because I can't remember what it's called, so we'll need to get back again. What's it called? Protestant history. Okay, well, rename, copy, and we'll just Protestant, move to, there we go. Should be moved. Protestant Reformation or history. There we go. Yeah. I think it's the same as this one as far as I can see. Same size at least, so probably the same video. Let me just go in and look at the Protestant history of Antichrist. Let's see here.
Let me.
Yeah. Check that one out. Yep, it's the same, so we can delete that. Oh, that's nice. There we go. So that's at least a little data away from it. Still have to also fix in regards to Protestant history, in regards to the playlist. Yeah, I'm still toying around with the Who is Jesus playlist, so it's I have like before Luther, the Waldensians, and John Wycliffe, and Jan Harstock, Bachelor SD Amazing Facts. Battle for the Bible, the English Bible, John Wycliffe, William Tyndale, Thomas Cranmer, John Wycliffe, Jan Hus, Martin Luther. Yeah, well, anyway. Oh my, I think I need to go to the toilet, you know, on a morning dump. That'll be pretty good. I don't know if it's the vitamin C. Might have been a little, you know, again, might have taken a little too much vitamin C at that point. But again, you know, it doesn't really, you know, if you get to the equilibrium of vitamin C, just, you know, it's said to just press the vitamin C out in the body. You were then totally flushed with vitamin C in the body. So it's at least a good indication that you actually have, you know, that you've reached the part where your body has gotten a lot of vitamin C. And of course you want that, right? It's not a bad thing. A lot of antioxidants throughout the body, you know. Anyway, Nabil Qureshi, Jesus in Islam versus Jesus in Christianity will still be one of those. I don't know if this actually belongs, you know, the 3 reasons why Jews don't believe in Jesus and Israel evangelism. Yeah.
Shalom, y'all.
I don't know if that actually should be there. I can't remember. I'll have to re-listen to it again, I guess. Anyway, take care. I'm going to the toilet. I need to blow up, I guess. Oh yeah. May Jehovah be with you, and Yeshua, most precious pearl, and the spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one.